The City of St. Paul's Firefighter Physical Performance Test. The following video is an illustration of the City of St. Paul's Firefighter Physical Performance Test and will illustrate the specifics of each task. For the test, each applicant will be outfitted with an 8-pound coat, 20-pound weighted vest, 18¼ air tank, 2½ helmet, and gloves. Candidates will not be allowed to wear or use their own equipment except for a pair of gloves. The gloves need to be leather and are subject to approval. Batting, golf, or gardening gloves are not acceptable. If the candidate does not bring their own gloves, a pair will be provided for them. The items worn by a firefighter weigh approximately 49 pounds and must be kept on during the entire test. When putting on the equipment, make sure that all items fit securely, and if unsure how to adjust equipment, ask for direction from the fire department staff. If your helmet doesn't fit properly, you can adjust the fit by turning the dial on the back of the helmet. If your helmet falls off during any portion of the test, you must replace it immediately and continue on with the test. Time continues to run. The first event is the stair climb under load. A 58-pound hose bundle will be sitting on a 5-foot table, which is the height of a fire vehicle storage compartment. Time starts when you touch the hose bundle. Once you pick up the hose bundle, you must place it on either shoulder and carry it to the 5th floor of the drill tower. The bundle must be on your shoulder at all times. If it falls, you must place it back on your shoulder. After you have reached the 5th floor of the drill tower, place both feet on the landing and deposit the hose inside the red box painted on the floor. Return to the ground floor. You may skip steps on the way up, but you must touch each of the 64 steps as you return to the ground floor. If you run or miss a step when going down the drill tower stairs, you will be ordered to go back to where the infraction occurred to correctly complete that portion of the exercise. Moving on to the second event, you will walk 75 feet. While running is not allowed during the test, you should proceed between stations as quickly as possible. Running is defined as having both feet off the ground at one time. You must follow the lines indicated on the ground for each station. At the hose drag, the course splits in two, and you will be directed to the line that you must follow. Cutting corners is not permitted. The time will continue while the correction is made. The second event is the hose drag. Grasp the charged 1 3/4 inch hose and drag it 75 feet. When you pick up the hose, do so approximately 5 feet back from the end of the nozzle. The hose must be carried over the shoulder, and the nozzle must not drag on the ground. Leaning forward will allow you to use your weight to assist you. Also, using as much speed as possible without running will increase your efficiency on this task. You will drop the hose once you cross the line indicated on the ground. Be sure the entire nozzle and the metal coupling has crossed the line. Now walk 27 feet to the next station. The third event is the victim rescue. The rescue mannequin weighs 175 pounds. To begin this event, you will lift the mannequin from behind and under the arms and pull the mannequin backwards 100 feet. You may allow the feet of the mannequin to lift off of the ground. If you lose your grip, you may complete the station by gripping either the collar of the jacket, one arm, or both arms, and dragging the dummy the rest of the way until the feet have crossed the designated mark. At no time may the candidate pull by the head or the black straps. The head of the mannequin cannot drag on the ground at any time. The mannequin's feet must clear the line indicated on the ground. You will then walk 35 feet to the next station. The fourth event is the equipment carry. Pick up the 12-inch steel exhaust fan weighing approximately 47½ pounds with one or both hands and carry it a distance of 150 feet. You may not place the fan on your shoulder. You will place the fan in a painted box on the ground. Then walk 17 feet to the fifth and final event, the forcible entry test. You will straddle a steel I-beam girder mounted on Teflon glides. Using a chopping motion with an 8-pound shot mallet, you must drive the 150-pound I-beam of the Kaiser Force machine a distance of 5 feet. Strike the I-beam squarely. Hooking or pulling the steel girder is not allowed. Candidates will get one warning about hooking or pulling, and a second infraction will result in disqualification. The timer will indicate when you are finished by yelling "Stop." Time stops when the I-beam passes the end of the stainless steel track. In order to receive a passing score on the physical performance test, you must complete the test in 7 minutes or less. Since time is critical in firefighting, faster individuals will be considered over those who take longer. A note of caution: the City of St. Paul does not assume any responsibility for any medical consequences that may arise from participating in the applicant selection process. If you have any questions about your health for any reason, or feel that your health may be compromised by participating in this event, you should speak with your personal physician. If you have any questions about the applicant selection process, please visit our website. This video is only an illustration of how a person might successfully complete the test. Part 2 of video. This portion of the video is going to provide you with some different ways for completing each portion of the test, ways you can train for each task, and some general training tips. To start, you are going to need to find items to simulate the items you will be required to wear throughout the test. For example, a heavy jacket, hunting coat, weighted vest, backpack with weight in it, and gloves. As you start your training, you may need to build up your strength and endurance, so start with a lesser amount of weight and build up to the amounts that will be used on the test. Helpful tips: climbing stairs under load. Consider how you will get the bundle off the stand, either rolling it off or sliding it off. You may adjust the bundle while it's on the table before the time starts, so look for couplings and how it will be centered on your shoulder when it comes off the table. The entire bundle must be on the table with no portion hanging over the edge prior to the start of the test. Suggestions for carrying the hose are to have the bundle centered on your shoulder or have some of the bundle resting on the self-contained breathing apparatus or SCBA. Use your left arm to reach and pull on the handrail while using your right arm to keep the bundle balanced on your shoulder. All turns in the stair climb are to the left. While going up the stairs, you can take as many stairs at a time as you like. When you reach the 5th floor, make sure both of your feet are on the landing, then slide or drop the bundle off your shoulder instead of lifting it off. Go down the stairs as fast as you can while touching every stair on your way down. Training ideas. To simulate the hose bundle, you may use items such as a bag of dog food, birdseed, sand, or rock salt, a log, a roll of carpeting, or whatever else you can find that may be carried on your shoulder and is close to 58 pounds. Use your simulated hose bundle, your simulated gear, and climb stairs. There are 64 stairs on the test. Helpful tips for dragging a charged hose line. Pick up the hose far enough back to have the nozzle between your hips and knees. Getting too little of a bite can cause you to lose your grip on the hose, and too much of a bite can cause the hose to be a possible trip hazard. The hose line should be pulled across your body. This will help you to use your upper body to lean into the hose while driving with your legs. Another way to pick up the hose is to grab the nozzle and lift the hose up over your shoulder while you are walking toward the end line. Remember, the resistance only continues to increase as you go through this event, so keep your momentum driving forward. Don't stop. Training ideas. Possible items to simulate the hose drag are a tire with weight in it or a log tied to a rope. Drag these items while wearing your simulated gear. Helpful tips for the victim rescue. The dummy is rigid and his arms should be moved out of the way prior to attempting to pick him up. You can kick the arms to move them forward, or push the dummy up past a 90-degree angle, and that will force the arms forward. Attempt to get your chest flush with the dummy's back. With all lifting, proper technique is a must. Lift with your legs. The dummy's waist has a smaller circumference and is the most desirable portion of the body to gain a grip. There are a variety of grips. For example, wrist lock, hand lock, overhand, underhand, and finger locking. A double underhook grip is not recommended to start this event, but can be used to complete the event if the original grip is lost. If you lose your grip, you may complete the station by gripping either the collar of the jacket, one arm, or both arms, and dragging the dummy the rest of the way. Try to keep your head up and don't look back while moving. There are hash marks on the course specifying the quarter, half, and three-quarter points of this event. Continue pulling the mannequin backwards until the feet have crossed the designated mark. Training ideas. Possible items to simulate the victim rescue: a tire with weight in it, a log, a person, a big bag of dog food, sandbags stuffed into a snowmobile suit, or items such as these. For this event, practicing to lift items from the ground will help with developing proper lifting technique. Proceed to carry or drag the item the specified distance for this event. Helpful tips for the equipment carry. Picking up and carrying the fan can be performed in a variety of different ways, and as with all of the events, it is up to you which method you choose. To pick up the fan, you can do it with one or two hands. One-handed is a swinging lift. With two hands, you can lift the fan by the upper handles, or place your arms under the handles and grip the front of the fan. Your legs and knees can be used to boost the fan up into your arms. Remember to use proper lifting technique. The fan can be carried diagonally with hands at top and bottom, or both hands on the bottom. Training ideas. Possible items to simulate the equipment carry are a milk crate with weight in it, a cinder block, a case of water, or a storage container with a lockable lid. Practice lifting items off the ground using proper technique, then carry them the specified distance. Helpful tips for the forcible entry simulator. There are a variety of different grips that can be taken on the mallet. There's the long, the split, and the choked up. The swing also varies from overhead to a medium swing to a short, choppy swing. Both the type of grip and the swing will be determined by personal preference. It is important to keep your heels in line with the front of the girder. Getting your feet too far ahead of the girder can cause hooking, which is not allowed. Not moving your feet with the girder causes mishits. Making solid contact with the girder is important for completing the event quickly, so keep the head of the mallet flush with the face of the girder for best results. Training ideas. Possible items to simulate the forcible entry prop or the Kaiser Force machine are a tire or log and wooden pallets. Place the pallets on either side of your tire or log and practice swinging the sledgehammer and moving your feet. The following are general training ideas to build strength and endurance. Complete as many of these exercises as you can to the point of failure. To strengthen your back for pulling motions, you can perform the following exercises. Overhand pull-ups, palms facing away from you. Underhand pull-ups, palms facing towards you. Negative underhand pull-ups, in which you lower yourself as slowly as you can. And the reverse push-up. Throw a rope or something similar over the bar. Lean back at an angle and pull yourself towards the bar. The closer you are to standing, the easier it will be. Lift one foot off the ground to engage your core muscles. To build strength in your chest, shoulders, and triceps, perform push-ups. If you need to build strength, you can start by doing push-ups from your knees. The following exercises will strengthen your legs, which is the foundation for all the tasks on the test. Air squat. Stand up straight, maintain erect posture, and bend until your thighs are parallel to the ground. Press up through your heels and repeat. Add weight to increase strength and stamina. Lunges. With or without weight, take a large step forward and lower your back knee to the ground. Then press up through your heel on the front leg to stand back up. Repeat on the other side. If you can do more than 100 repetitions, try to increase the weight. Asymmetrical deadlift throw. Use a sandbag or a tire as weight. Squat down over the weight with your legs and throw it over your shoulder onto the ground behind you. Turn around and repeat the process, but alternate which shoulder you throw over. Start with something light to measure your ability and do as many as you can at a time. To build strength and endurance. Sprints. Sprints of 40 meters or more will help develop potassium exchange in the muscles in your legs. When the exchange doesn't work well, you feel the burn and cramp much sooner. Add sprints to your workout and attempt to complete at least 4 sets at a time. And now, a demonstration of the test.